Now that does sound awfully like a boat engine. Possibly going along on the river? Oh, but he hasn't done a video of a boat going along on the river on the captain's blog for bloody ages. Oh, for goodness sake, he's only on a boat going along on the river doing a video for the captain's blog. Indeed I am. Also in a 5 mile an hour zone. Overtaking a yacht under sail. Dong, dong, dong. With the quite interesting little dinghy. It's been a while, guys, so welcome not so much to another episode of the Captain's Blog. There's no fancy introduction, there'll be no music, and frankly I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So this is more an update, a couple of notes on the back of a fag packet, a little chat as we head on the river. On board Trixie, the Shearline 740, that has not been very well for a number of months. She's had issues with her alternator, and despite being to Panks of Norwich twice and 3 separate boatyards, one of which did actually fix it, it then developed the same fault again. A dimly lit charge light and way over voltage, almost 17 volts going into the batteries. So I thought, enough's enough, it's time to replace the whole alternator. Well, then the winter came, and then the winter turned into the coronavirus lockdown, and finally, just last week, I went to Peachmans in Brundall, who couldn't really help me source a new alternator. But they did find something that almost fitted, and was 70 amps, an upgrade from the original 55 amp alternator the boat came with. And with a friend of mine, we battled to fit it. Only it didn't quite go, so we battled some more. And then Andy Banner of Freedom Boating Holidays helped me out with a nanny adjustable alternator bracket, which is basically a piece of bent rod, and it works, and it's doing its thing. Just coming up to fully charged, almost 14.12 volts. So yes, I can use the boat finally. It's been so long. My horn's packed up, however. I thought it'd come back to life earlier when I went under London Bridge. It just put, and that was it again, died again. So water's obviously got in there, which is a real shame, because it was a bona fide marine grade boat horn, dual tone as well, and all of the reviews said it sounds great, it looks lovely, but it doesn't last. And I thought, no, how much use is it going to get? It's not going to be kept out in the open. It will last. No, it didn't last. So I've got to get myself a new horn. A few other changes have happened on board as well. Nothing really spectacular to write home about. I do need to get some new carpet. But otherwise, she's doing her thing. So I thought I'd just do this video. It is a glorious day, if a bit windy. Last night I overnighted on Barton Broad. I've just come down the Ant, the Bure, and then down Ranworth Dam to Malthouse Broad, which was packed. The Broad, the Stave, even the island. Hardly any spaces. This is just a week into being allowed to basically overnight on your boat, and the hire industry is okay. That always seems to happen on a boat, doesn't it? You're going along, you mind your own business, and something falls over in the galley. I'm sure it's okay, no smoke, no incident. Right, so yes, basically, nice little mooring there. What the hell was I talking about? The hire industry, yes. It's just come back to life again. Everybody's allowed to stay on their own boats overnight, go on hire boats, holiday cottages, all of that good stuff. And it really is a horrible year for the industry as a whole. It might look good with a lot of boats out and it's busy and everything else, but certain boatyards have had to put boats for sale, cut back on their new build programs, and basically just hang on for dear life. So let's just hope that this season is a good season, a strong season, and 2021 is a really good one, and they can start to get back onto a good footing. Because unfortunately, that all depends on people spending money and coming on holiday on the Broads, and we don't know what's going to happen in October once the furlough scheme ends, and how bad a recession might we have. And so it really is looking into a future unknown. But I wish all of the industry, those that work in it, those that are connected to it, like the pubs, the restaurants, the cafes, the takeaways, everybody really the best of luck and success. And let's just pray that, as I say, going into the future, things improve. So here we are though, going along on the River Bure. It is a gorgeous day, as you can tell. So I haven't got any mounts. I'm filming this on my mobile phone. It's got some issues. I think it's been dropped one too many times, and it's getting on a bit. It's an iPhone 8, but there's no point in replacing it yet. I'll wait until the next iPhone comes out and replace it then. But it does all right. And this is the helm on Trixie, because I don't think I've ever done even a video of Trixie actually going along really. But she's a little cute little boat, and sometimes I come on board and I think, ugh, I wish she was just a little bit bigger. There is very little storage, you can't really see. But then on a day like today, it is a really nice boat. I'm sure you are you're thinking, God, that engine's bloody noisy though, Rob. It's not. It really isn't that bad. It's just microphones tend to pick up that resonance far more than your natural hearing does, and it just makes it sound more clattery. But she's got, you know, nice little seats here, lovely little cockpit, and having, you know, had all new seating and upholstery done, had an inverter fitted. Oh yes, I've got permanently hardwired onboard Wi-Fi now as well. That's an improvement. No more little dongles. Operates on the same principle. You put a SIM card in, but it's like a home router, but with two big antennas to bring in the signal. And what network am I using? EE. Why would I be using EE? It's a discussion that's often brought up on forums and Facebook groups on the Broads. What is the best network for the Broads? In all honesty, they've all improved over the years. For probably the best data connectivity and speeds, 3 is still my preferred network. O2's come on leap and bounds. You know, walk up at Hill at Salehouse, you get 4G there, 4G in Horning, 4G in Wroxham. I remember before, often on Wroxham Station or at the bridge in Wroxham on an O2 network with Edge. Not even 3G, let alone 4G. But the reason why I've got EE is because Sheila had a SIM card on a rolling contract with EE, and when she decided to end that contract, something went weird with EE, and her SIM continued to have data available on it. And so, because initially you think, oh, this can't last, but it's been about a year. So until something happens, I'm now using that SIM and having some free data. But I also do have an unlimited rolling contract with EE myself, because I do find it the best network for Brundall, and it also provides me with very reasonable rates for an unlimited contract. Despite the marina having free Wi-Fi, I can get more speed on the old EE. Well, this is a bit interesting here going on, isn't it? A lot of boats out today, all various sizes, types, privateers, hirers, day boats, paddle boarders, you name it. Lovely to see, actually. Some people, it's not their ideal cup of tea. Oh, there's a guy there. I missed you, mate. But he was there anyway. Captain Oates. Captain Oates. There's been a few of you seen me about and say hello. Had my photo taken on round with, well, Malthouse Broad. I think I'm doing very well holding the phone this long. But anyway, so I'm going to do a separate video to this. Oh no, maybe I'll just do it now actually. Why haven't I done videos much? Why haven't I been on boats? Why haven't I been cruising places and all of this kind of malarkeys? Well, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Before I moved up here and before I learnt to drive, going on the Norfolk Broads was an absolute experience for me. It got me out of London. It gave me the freedom to explore and control and drive a boat, which I couldn't do because I couldn't drive. So it was the only way I could kind of go somewhere and be in control of where I was going. And it was lovely, and it is lovely. But then I moved up here, and then I learnt to drive, and then two things happened. First of all, I discovered that I absolutely can't get enough of driving. I passed my test, I think, in November 2018, and then I'll just give you an idea that last May, so May 2019, I bought a SLK 350, and that was supposed to be for, like, you know, days like this, summer days, weekends, top down, bit of fun driving, keep the car for a bit, sell it on and say, oh, whoopie-doo, I've owned a convertible. And 18,000 miles later, in just over a year, it's been to Aberdeen, it's been to Somerset, it's been everywhere in between, and yes, it continues to rack up more and more mileage, and I'm just literally driving pretty much all the time. So much so that I've decided to take a complete 45-degree turn with my career, and with the coronavirus and the changes in office work, working from home, just a lot of stuff came to mind, and I thought, I don't really want to do that anymore. I want to do something that I wanted to do when I was a kid growing up, and everybody told me, oh, you don't want to do that, mate. It's anti-social hours, you know, it's hard, it's boring, you know, don't do that. Don't work in retail. No, don't do that either. And what is this job that I want to do? I want to become a Class 1 HGV driver. So I'm starting off by figuring out exactly what I need to do and now and where and all that malarkeys. Actually pass the test, start off doing Class 2 work, get a little bit of experience under my belt, then go in for Class 1, do the test, pass, then go into Class 1 work, get a little bit of experience, and then move on and up. And my sort of aim one day would be to do some European work, maybe tanker driving, you know, all that sort of stuff. And you might think to yourself, my goodness me, that's a bit of a weird one. Why would you want to do that? Well, that's because, as I say, I can't get enough of driving, absolutely love it. And also, I've always kind of wanted to do that. So that's my plan. Let's see how it goes. The other thing as well that changed was when I moved up here is the fact that I moved up here. So, you know, like when you come up for a week and you're on holiday and you go to, say, Potter Heigham, and it's an experience and, well, great, you know. And then you go to Wroxham and everything else. Well, now I just say, oh, I need to get some birdseed from Roy's DIY or the garden centre in Wroxham. I get in the car, I drive to Wroxham. Oh, look, I'm in Wroxham. Oh, let's go to Potter Heigham, let's go to Yarmouth, let's go to Beccles. It's all on my doorstep. So it's kind of taken that shine off a little bit. And also, finally, the other reason is I kind of felt like I'd pretty much done pretty much everything, apart from getting under Potter Bridge and going up to the upper reaches of the Thurn. But although I tried to make each video and each series a bit different and go to different places, it was very much, oh, here he is on a boat, going along, having a chat. Oh, here's some music. Oh, here he is having a chat. Oh, here is his destination, and repeat. So I feel a little bit like, I don't know, Kate Moss. You're like, what? What I mean is you've done all of the stuff that you've kind of been interested in, and then you take a big break and you reassess things and you come back and try something a bit different. And it's a bit like her that goes and does different things and doesn't need to please a record company anymore and just can be free and do her own stuff. It's a Giddy Kipper there. That's oh, you can't really see it, but that boat there, he kindly helped us out when we were working on Broad Ambition. Oh, goodness me, about 3 years ago now. Moors down in Brundall. Broad's launch here, probably got his radar out. So yeah, that's why basically I haven't really been around. I've just been concentrating on, you know, a multitude of other things. And if I've been exploring new places, it's instead of going on the boat and going places, it's been getting in the car and going places. So you know, that's how it's been. So I'm sorry. I know a lot of people have been like, oh, come on, mate, do some videos. Where have you been? What's going on? So I hope that kind of fills in the blanks. Today, right now, I'm literally going along for no other reason than to charge the batteries up right now. I'm probably going to head back up the River Ant, back to Barton Broad, put the mud weight down, and do that. Not quite sure what the guy in the Rangers launch is doing. Do you think he's going to stop us and put his 5 mile an hour sign out? No, he's not. So, yes, I'm not even sure how long I'm going to stay out on the boat for, but it's a great opportunity to have a working boat and then literally be able to say, oh, do you know what, I'm going to pop up to Salem and take Trixie out. And that was the point, you know, of getting this boat, not least for my mum and stepdad. They've got a new dog yet to be introduced to boating, probably next weekend will be. Trixie will be back out on the water again, but also many people sort of rather unimpressed that when I bought Independence up here, why would you bring such a large big boat if you're not going to go to sea very often, if you're not going to be able to cruise around the Broads and all the rest of it? Well, that's where I live, That's why I needed the big boat with all of the comforts of home on board. And then this is the little boat to explore all of the northern rivers when you feel like it. And Broad Ambition still going strong, although literally just spent a few days working on her, repositioning the heater. Charlie retiled the shower, but we do have some soft planks at the stern that will need addressing, so we've done some temporary repairs, but she will need to have some work done when she comes out of the water. And the good thing with wooden boats is you just don't know what you're going to be in for till it's out of the water. So there we go, there's a video of me having a long chat, going along the river, filling you in on what's been going on, and finally the other reason why I haven't been doing videos is because I would love to be able to do some videos like I had before, but it's kind of difficult doing all of the editing. The big computer that I had, you know, big desktop, dual monitors, etc., that's not with me, that's frankly with my mum, and I'd rather not drive 70 miles to my mum's just to edit videos and then come back here. So, and I can't really have that computer and the monitors and everything else all on a small table that I have on Indie. So that's why I've been doing a lot of editing and bits and bobs with my mobile phone. But it has its limitations, obviously, not least the amount of time it takes to render and upload to YouTube when you haven't got high-speed home broadband and you're relying on, you know, mobile Wi-Fi. So that's another reason. So there's quite a few little individual things that kind of all add up into one big heap of misery and failure and excuses and So yeah, I think I'm gonna turn the boat round because I know that there's not going to be any moorings anywhere. There's no point in trying to go down to, like, you know, the bridge in Acre and get a mooring. Look out. This little boat just literally turns on a tuppence. Oh, I think the tide's going out. I haven't checked my tide tables at Yarmouth, but feels like we're not going as fast going this way as we were coming the other way. So yeah, I'm going to head back up the River Anne, and got all of my stuff on board, self-sufficient, and I really do enjoy just dropping the mud weight on Barton Broad. There's a lot going on Barton Broad, unlike other Broads. You know, people coming to and fro from Salem, so there's things to see. And it all quietens down in the evening and it's dead quiet and you're just on your own and it's beautiful. So as ever, if you have been, thanks very much for watching. I'll see what I can do in the future about bringing back some good old Captain's bloggery, but for now, from on board Trixie, not more as it happens, but cheers for watching. I'm off to Barton Broad.